Okay, so good morning. This is a Tuesday edition of Rise and Vibe brought to you by NOLA Tribe Yoga. If you're in the mood to donate, we are a donation-based class. You can do that on PayPal and on Venmo at NOLA Tribe Yoga. So this morning, let's get started on our backs. I tried to find a good reason not to start on my back this morning, but it's just such a versatile option and it feels really good early in the morning. So coming to rest on your backs in any position that suits you, I'm going to cue that you have your feet to the outer edges of your mat and that you just simply let your knees fall in. It's a really relaxing pose on that spine. And it's not far off from where we just were, which is in our beds. And speaking of which, you might notice that I do not have a mat today. So Stephanie Tita, if you're watching this later, not only are you missed here in Atlanta, but your mat is missed in my apartment. As you come to rest, maybe placing one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest, closing the eyes, finding those deep breaths in and out. And then I want you to just notice the breaths here at first. Notice if there's any blockages anywhere in the chest, near the heart, near the belly. The goal is to deeply inhale all the way, filling that belly first, the chest rising last. And on your exhale, really letting that chest press all the air out until you squeeze it out of the belly. Speaking of, not only, has my friend Tita been watching from home, my brother is watching from home, my friend Danielle has been joining us every week. So one of the best parts of my class and of my day is just seeing who shows up. And one of my favorite people in the world really is Brene Brown. And so Brene Brown says that compassion and courage breed connection. And so we've seen lots of examples of courage lately with our frontline workers. We've seen lots of examples of compassion, but what we're really missing is that connection. So if you're here on your mat today, you're feeling a little bit isolated and lonely, know that you are connecting with dozens of people across the world just through this one class. And then maybe set an intention to connect in a different way today, whether that's connecting to yourself, your breath, your body, or that's to call a friend or a family member that you've been missing. Just take a moment, one more big breath in to set your intention. And one big exhale out. Nice job, you guys. So we're going to start this morning on our backs if you are just joining us. And we've kind of settled into the breath, so take that time if you need. Otherwise, when you're ready, we're going to simply cross that right leg on top of the left. So we're finding eagle legs here. And then we're going to take our arms, crossing that right arm under the left. You're going to bring the palms together. So this is quite an extensive shoulder opener. If this is not serving you, you can go ahead and put those hands behind your head. When you're ready, we're going to just slowly crunch up, bringing the knees to the elbows for 1, 2, and then extending it all, hovering off the mat, 2. So crunch, 2, and extend, 2. Keep it going. Crunch. And as you're crunching, extend, you're pressing the belly to the spine and the spine into the mat. So really flat back here, just engaging and working that core. Keep it up for 4, crunch, and extend for 3, for 2, and last time this side. Crunch it up and extend. All right. Bringing the arms overhead, stretching them up above, and bringing the soles of the feet to Supta Baddha Konasana, our first hip opener here this morning. Notice how those hips are feeling. Maybe you're stretching your right side and your left, or maybe you're just giving one more big inhale, stretching out from the center. And then as you exhale, bringing the soles of the feet together once more, knees rise up to the sky. You're going to take that left leg this time and wrap it on top of the right like you're sitting in a chair. So eagle legs, and then those options with the arms to wrap that left arm under and find the palms pressing into one another, or you can bring the hands behind the head. When you're ready, we'll crunch up, knees to elbows, and extend. Crunch it up and extend. As you extend, you're hovering off the mat. Keep it up for 2, down for 2, up for 2, down for 2. Give me 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Nice job, you guys. This time extending the arms and the legs out from the center, taking any ankle or wrist rolls, whatever you need, and then bringing that right knee into the chest. Take it over to the left side of your mat. As you gaze over that right shoulder, find a twist. Should feel really good here this morning. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale one more time. And exhale. Beautiful. Bringing that right knee back into the chest, switching it out. Left knee in, right leg extends. Maybe some hip circles here. And when you're ready, bring that left knee over to the right side. Looking over that left shoulder. Deep breath in. And a full breath out. Again, inhale. And exhale. Bringing that left knee into the chest, that right knee slowly comes in to meet it. And you're just going to rock and roll gently up and down that spine. When you're ready, flipping over the knees and coming into our tabletop position. So you'll see me moving back and forth since I don't have a mat. As you settle into that tabletop position, maybe you go right into some cat-cows. Maybe you find some hip circles, some ankle circles. Maybe you roll out the shoulder. Maybe you come back and you stretch out the wrist. Whatever you're feeling this morning, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to just listen to your body and go with it. And wherever you're at, settling into the breath, deep inhales in and deep exhales out. All right, coming to center, we're going to inhale, find a cow pose, a big heart opener, a back bend. And as you exhale, contracting that spine, pressing away from the floor. 2 more. Inhale, hips up, heart up. As you exhale, really root down and push away. Last time, inhale. And exhale. All right, flat neutral spine, you guys. And if you saw the NOLA tribe post, I pretty much took it as a dare to include as many butt exercises today as I could. So, settling into that tabletop position, I want you to extend that right leg, and then I want you to bend that right knee. So right heel is going straight to the sky. We're rooting down through the palms, spreading through all 10 fingers, really lifting out of the shoulders and really flexing through that right heel. On your next breath in, we're going to pulse that right leg high. And on your exhale, you're going to bring your right knee to your right elbow. So inhale, pulse. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, pulse. And elbow. Up. And elbow. Up and elbow. Give me 4, elbow, 3, 2, and 1. All right, one more time, bringing that right leg back. And then extending that left arm forward. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you bring the right arm all the way back, grabbing onto that left leg as you press the leg into the foot, lifting out of that standing right shoulder. And find this balanced pose. Deep breath in and out. Again, in and out. On your breath in, extend both the arm and the leg away from the center. As you exhale, plant that left palm. Step that right foot all the way through. So finding a low lunge here, and we're immediately going into a hip opener. Start to open up that right hip by flexing the right foot and coming onto the outer edge of that right foot. So really feeling this stretch here. And if you're like me, and that's the most you've done at 7 a.m. in a week, really settling into that breath. All right, so starting to plant down through that right foot, shifting the hips back, flexing the right foot towards the face. Just take a moment here, feel that hamstring stretch. Heart forward, flat back. One more breath in and out. As you exhale, slowly start to shift your weight back into that Anjaneyasana, that low lunge. My left knee is on the mat, but you have an option right here to tuck the left toes and come into a very low crescent lunge. Really, the point of this is to get into that front left hip. Maybe you extend the arms high, or maybe with that knee still down, you bring the right hand down to the right side of the body. Feel that stretch in the front left hip even more as the left arm comes up and over. And then you can switch it out. Left arm down, right arm up. Feel the stretch in the right side body. When you're ready, I want you to plant the palms and step back to plank. Holding here, hips in line with the body, pressing through the palms, lifting out of the shoulders, energy through those heels. I want you to shoulder tap, right palm to left shoulder, left to right, right to left, left to right, right to left, left to right. One more time, right to left, and left to right. Take it back to downward facing dog. All right, so that was a lot here this morning. We're in our downward facing dog. Maybe it's a short downward facing dog where you can bend the knees, pedal out the feet, shake the head yes and no. We're spreading through all 10 fingers. We're really pressing that chest back to the thighs, the sit bones straight to the sky. Give me 2 more breaths in and out. Again, in and out. When you're ready, drop the knees to the mat. Find that tabletop position once more. On a breath in, right arm extends high to the sky. And on an exhale, thread that right arm under the left. We're threading the needle. You can extend that right arm, that left arm forward, or it can wrap around to the inside of your right thigh. Find that bind. 2 breaths in and out. Again, 1 more inhale and exhale. Release that left palm, plant it into the mat. On a breath in, extend that right arm high. As you exhale, plant that right palm. Hip circles, shoulders, whatever you need here. Getting ready for that left side. So starting with the glutes here, as you root down through the palms, I want you to send that left leg back to the back of the mat. Starting to bend that left knee, left heel straight to the sky. On an inhale, pulse the left knee high. On an exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, pulse, knee to elbow. Pulse, elbow, pulse, elbow, pulse, elbow. For 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Beautiful, y'all. Last time, sending that left leg back, reaching that right arm forward. Maybe this is enough of a balance for you, or maybe you reach that right hand to the left foot. As you press the arm and the leg away from the body, find your twisted balance. 2 breaths in and out. Again, in and out. When you're ready, extend both arm and leg away from the body. Plant that right palm. On an exhale, step that left foot through, Anjaneyasana. So right knee is down, and then you're opening up into that left hip almost immediately, bringing the left foot to the edge, really bringing that left knee over to the left side of your mat. Deep breath in and out. Again, in and out. All right, planting that left foot, sending the hips back, flexing the left toes towards the face, a little bit of a hamstring stretch here, really extending, flattening that back. And when you're ready, sending it back forward as you tuck the back toes, optional only, otherwise stay here in this low lunge. You can hover that right knee off the mat, really low Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge here. Option to stay, or you can drop that right knee as you bring the left hand to the mat, reaching the right arm up and over, continuing to feel that stretch in the front right hip. And then other side, right hand drops, left arm comes up and over. And when you're ready, plant the palms, step back to plank. Shoulder taps, this time left to right, right to left. Hips are flat, not moving, core engaged. Keep it up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hips back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in and full breath out. 3 more. Inhale and exhale. Just grabbing some coffee while you downward dog. All right, last breath in and out. When you're ready, I want you to tiptoe those toes to the front of the mat. On an inhale, halfway lift. On an exhale, bow forward. On an inhale, root to rise, circle sweep the arms. And on an exhale, bring the hands to heart center. So we're gonna do some vinyasas. Vinyasas build heat within the body. If you're not into that this morning, that's fine. I'll give you an option to skip it. And that option will also be an add-on to make it more challenging. So sweeping the arms all the way up on a breath in. As you exhale, bow forward, flat back. Inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, plant the palms and step the feet back. All right, taking that right forearm down to the mat. And then that left, planting the right palm and the left. Take the left forearm down and the right. Plant the left palm and the right. Option from here to go through a vinyasa or to take it straight back to your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in when you get there and a full breath out. So as you guys know, my shoulder is still hurting me. It's one of these very humbling injuries that continues to resonate. But there are so many ways other than a vinyasa, other than that push-up position, that you can really bring up that heart rate. And hell raisers are one of them. All right. Inhale that right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale it up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. So we're turning our flow earlier. Inhale it up. Exhale, step it through, crescent warrior. Into a little bit of a flow here. Take a moment in crescent warrior. Take a couple of breaths, drop the shoulders, pinky fingers forward, really straightening into that back left leg. When you're ready, plant the palms. Step that left foot in just a bit, pyramid pose. So straightening both legs, hips are square, right hip back, left hip forward. Take 2 breaths here, inhale and exhale. Again, in and out. When you're ready, bend back into that knee, find crescent warrior once more, wrapping the right arm under the left, finding those eagle arms. Inhale, find length, lift through the elbows, a little bit of a back bend. And as you exhale, plant the palms, either hell raisers, take it through a vinyasa, or a combination of both. All right, from your downward facing dog, inhale that left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale it up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale it up. Exhale, swing it through, crescent warrior. So inhale those arms up in just a minute. We're gonna do this flow, 1 breath, 1 movement, but taking some time here to square off the hips, to really feel the balance, the core engaged, the feet root down, the arms extend. And when you're ready, plant the palms, straighten both legs, step the back right foot in just a little bit, pyramid pose. Maybe you have a block here because your hamstrings are tight, whatever you need. All right, give me 1 more breath in. As you exhale, shimmy that right foot back, crescent warrior. Wrapping that left arm under this time, palms can touch, or maybe you just grab onto the back of your shoulder blades. On a breath in, lift through the elbows, find a back bend. As you exhale, plant the palms, step it back. Hell raisers, vinyasa, skip it. Meet up in downward facing dog. Okay. You guys, whew, this morning, I don't know what happened last night, but it's really getting to me. Okay, so we're gonna take 2 more rounds just like that. 1 breath, 1 movement. On your next inhale, right leg goes high to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale it up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale it up. Exhale, swing it through. Crescent warrior. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, plant the palms, step into pyramid. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, shimmy right back down. Crescent. Exhale, cross the arms, eagle arms, and on an inhale, back bend. As you exhale, plant the palms, step it back. Hell raisers, go through a vinyasa, or back to downward facing dog. As soon as you get there, inhaling that left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale it up. Exhale, knee to right at left elbow. Inhale it up. Exhale, swing it through. Crescent warrior. On a breath in. On a breath out. Take it to that pyramid pose. On an inhale, back to that crescent warrior. Finding those eagle arms, big back bend. Exhale, plant the palms, step it back. Go through a vinyasa, hell raisers, or back to downward facing dog. Okay, 1 more time, you guys. As soon as you get back to that downward facing dog, on your breath, your movement, inhale that right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale it up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale it up. Exhale, crescent warrior. Inhale, sweeping those arms high. On an exhale, plant the palms, find a pyramid pose. On an inhale, you're back to that crescent warrior, finding the eagle arms, right arm under, back bend. And taking it through a vinyasa if you so wish. Last time, inhale that left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale it up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale it up. Exhale, sweep those arms up. Crescent warrior. On an exhale, plant the palms, step the back foot in, pyramid. And when you're ready, back to that crescent warrior. Left arm under this time, eagle arms, back bend. Plant the palms. And again, meeting back up in downward facing dog. Deep breaths in. And full breaths out. I'm obviously not doing the vinyasas alongside of you, but even with the hellraisers, even with that quick one breath movement, I'm feeling my heartbeat in my chest. Maybe you want to take it down to a child's pose as you rock and roll the hips, the forehead from side to side. Just taking another moment here in your resting pose, wherever that may be, to notice the breath, to notice what it's doing here in your chest, and to start to deepen and lengthen those inhales as you relax that heartbeat. All right, when you're ready, starting to tiptoe the toes to the top of the mat. On an inhale, halfway lift. On an exhale, bow forward. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale the hands to heart center. So we're going to take a moment here. We've really done mostly forward facing work in our hips, but we're going to take a tree pose, bringing that right foot to the inside of the left thigh. So practicing here, pressing the hips forward, the right foot into the left leg, really opening up that right hip, and then growing your arms, just a little bit of a balance pose. Fun fact, it's really good to do balances after vinyasas. Your heart rate's up, you're a little bit more grounded. So see if you can tap into that, find a gazing point, a drishti. Beautiful, you guys. Other side, rooting down through the right foot this time. The left leg comes to the inside of that right thigh. And as I'm looking at myself, extending, my arms high to the sky, dropping and relaxing my shoulders, I'm remembering that you should do as I cue, not as I do. So Instagram mirrors me, actually. So listen to my words, not necessarily looking at what I'm doing. Okay, take one more deep breath in. And out, relax it down to the mat. Okay, so we're gonna come into our big flow here. Just trying to fix my YouTube computer. Coming into our big flow at the top of our mats. We're gonna find a chair pose, woo! And then we're gonna use our chair pose to come into an eagle pose. So taking that right foot and crossing it on top of the left leg like you're sitting in a chair. Remembering to use the right toes as a kickstand while we get our arms situated. Right arm comes under as you press the palms into each other. And then maybe you take that right foot and you wrap it behind that left leg. Pressing the elbows high, the palms away from the face, engaging the core, remembering how it felt at the beginning of class with those eagle sit-ups. Take 2 more breaths in and out. Again, in and out. Nice job, you guys. Start to straighten into that left leg. Bring the right knee into the chest. Leave the arms where they are. And then shoot that right leg straight behind you. Lifting through the right knee. Dropping into that right hip. Lifting through the right glute. Take 2 more breaths in. And out. Again, in. Exhale, the hands come down, the right leg goes high. So take a moment here. If you need to find a block or a book or something, you can do that. We're settling into our standing split. Option here to take some hip or glute pulses. Option to try to kick up into a handstand. Taking a couple more moments here to explore for 3, for 2, and 1. Dropping that right leg in line with the hips. We're going to plant down through that right palm and bring the left hand to the back of the sacrum. As you root down through that right palm, you're twisting open to the left. Maybe you're lifting that left arm high. Maybe you're bending into that right knee, grabbing onto the foot, revisiting our pose from our very first flow. Wherever you are, 2 more breaths in and out. Again, in. It's really hard to do this and talk. And out, extending the arms high, the left arm high, the right leg back. We're just going to slowly step it back into a twisted lunge. So right foot comes to the mat, the right arm stays planted, that left arm can come up high. Option to stay here. Option to take it into horizon pose by coming to the outer edge of both feet. Or option to take it to a Vashisthasana, a side plank, whether that's modified or not. I'm going to take a horizon pose just because of my shoulder. Take 2 more breaths in wherever you are. If you're in that Vashisthasana, go ahead, step that left foot back forward, and then big movement, open up, warrior 2. So I'll turn around so that you guys can see me. But we're into that left knee. The left knee is on a 90-degree bend over that left ankle. Our shoulders are relaxed. We're extending through our arms. Take a deep breath in and out. Again, in and out. So this is one of the first times that we're really opening up into this hip. When we're ready, we're going to straighten both legs. Parallel the feet. Actually, they're turned out just a little bit. We're going to find that eagle pose. So right arm under, left arm up. On a breath in, find a back bend. As you exhale, bend the back knee, so the right knee, and then send the elbows down towards the ground. So we're kind of finding a squat here. On an inhale, extend the arms high. As you exhale, bend the left knee, so the front knee, and forward fold. So picking that up, inhale, lift, exhale, squat. Inhale, lift, exhale, squat. Inhale, lift, exhale, squat. Inhale, lift, exhale, squat. For 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Beautiful, you guys. Sweeping the arms up, unwrapping, and then just simply forward folding. Prasarita Padottanasana as you maybe grab onto the opposite arms. Sway from side to side in a ragdoll position. All right, when you're ready, planting the palms, halfway lifting into a flat back. You're going to parallel or turn those left toes back to the front of the mat. And then you're going to slowly start to walk your hands over into an extended side angle. So pressing the hips forward. Option to use a block here, maybe to use that left elbow on that left knee. Take a deep breath in and out. Relax that right shoulder. Maybe you find a half bind or a full bind. Take a deep breath in and out. Maybe if you have that half bind, you send that left arm forward. Feel the stretch or the strength in those left obliques. Take 2 more breaths in and out. Again, in and out. Release the bind, straighten both legs. Inhale that left arm high. Reverse your triangle. And on a breath in, engage the core. Start to find your triangle pose. Hinging forward at the waist. The left hand comes to that left shin. The right arm is up and over the hips. Press in line so that the tailbone goes straight behind you. 2 more breaths in and out. Again, in and out. All right, you guys, one more time. Inhale, reverse. And as you exhale, plant the palms. Hell raisers, take it through a vinyasa, or just meet me in your downward facing dog. All right, so from your downward facing dog, we're going to take that right foot, step it to the outside of the right hand. Then the left foot comes to the outside of the left hand, malasana. Then step that right foot back and that left foot. Now left foot forward this time, left and right, malasana. Step back, left and right. 2 more times fast. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Take it through a vinyasa or back to downward facing dog. When you're ready, meet me at the top of your mat, however you want to get there. On a breath in, halfway lift. On a breath out, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, circle sweep the arms. And exhale the hands to heart center. At the top of your mat, take a moment here, close the eyes, feel that heart beating inside of the chest. Taking a couple of deep breaths in, and then we've got our other side. So we're gonna sink down, we're gonna find that chair pose, woo! And then this time, you're gonna wrap that left leg on top of the right, using those right toes, or the left toes as a kickstand. The left arm will come under, grabbing onto the back of the shoulders or wrapping it all the way around. Finding your eagle pose. 2 breaths in and out. Again, in and out. Remembering all of those cues from the last side. Elbows up, palms press away from the face. 1 more inhale. And as you exhale, start to straighten that right leg. Kick that left leg back. Warrior 3. Eagle arms. 3 breaths in and out. In and out. Last time in. As you exhale, hands down to the mat, left leg high to the sky. All right, option to stay here. You can take those glute pulses. You can take some handstand hops. Exploring here for 3, for 2, and 1. All right, had to get some water. All right, you guys. So left leg is high. This time we're gonna plant into that left palm. You're gonna bring the right hand to the sacrum. As you start to press into the left palm, twisting open towards that right side of your mat. Maybe the right arm extends high to the sky. Maybe you grab onto the left foot with that right hand as you kick the heel away from the body, revisiting that pose from earlier in class. Take one more deep breath in and out. When you're ready, extend the right arm high, that left leg back, reverse Ardha Chandrasana, and then leaving that left hand planted, just bend the right knee and step back into a twisted high lunge. Option to stay here. I'm going to turn around again. Option to stay here to open up onto the edges of both feet, horizon pose, or to find Vashisthasana. Wherever you are, take 3 breaths in and out. Again, in and out. If you're in Vashisthasana, start to step that right foot back forward. And then when you're ready, big movement, open up, warrior 2. I turned around a little prematurely. So bending into that right knee over that right ankle, really extending the arms, shoulders are down, pressing the ribs in towards each other, zipping up that low belly. Take a deep breath in and out. Again, in and out. So slowly starting to straighten both legs. Maybe you bring the stance in just a little bit. The toes are pointed slightly out to the edges of your mat. We're going to find a eagle pose or eagle arms, opposite side. So left arm under this time. On a breath in, lift and extend high. As you exhale, bend the back knee and find that squat. On an inhale, rise. Exhale, squat. Forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bend the back knee. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bend the front knee. For 4, back knee. For 3, front knee. For 2, back knee. For 1, front knee. On an inhale, extend, unwrap the arms. Bring the hands to the hips. Lift high through the chest. And start to forward fold with a flat back, bringing the hands down. So options with the arms, you can grab onto the back of the heels. You can make hooks with your peace fingers and thumbs, hooking onto those big toes. You can find a clasp of the shoulders or the palms and straighten into the elbows, get into those shoulders. Wherever you are, 3 more breaths here in your Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. All right, rise, lift halfway up, flat back. Start to bring the right toes towards the front of the mat. And as you bend into that right knee, I want you to walk your arms over, extended side angle. So starting maybe with the right elbow on that right knee as you send the hips in line, the left arm comes up and over. Maybe you can shimmy that right hand down or find that half bind. Wherever you're at, 2 breaths in and out. Again, in. And then maybe you extend that right arm forward. Feel the strength of that right oblique. 2 more breaths in. All right, when you're ready, unleash that bind. Straighten both legs. Inhale the right arm up. reverse triangle pose. And then engaging the core, coming through center, changing that stance if you need. We're gonna send it forward, hinge our hips forward, triangle pose, right hand to the right shin, left palm up high. 2 more breaths here, y'all. Inhale. All right, one more time, reverse that triangle. And as you exhale, plant the palms. Take it through a vinyasa or meet me back in downward facing dog. Or grab some coffee. You're still feeling sluggish in that mind. All right. So from that downward dog, we're going to step our feet forward to Malasana. Again, we'll start with that left leg. And the whole time you're here, your hips are low in line with the rest of your body. So step that left foot forward. Step the right foot forward. Step the left leg back. And the right leg. Now right foot forward, right back, left back. 2 more. Left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left. This time we're gonna hop both feet forward. Let's hang out here in our Malasana, our yogi squat. So bringing the hands to the heart. Ooh, maybe you need a block underneath the hips. Maybe you can use the elbows to press the hips open as you lift up, out through the crown of the head. Maybe you take a twist here. Maybe you take a full bind. Or maybe you take crow pose if that is in your practice. I think I'm already out of breath today, so I'm going to forgo the crow pose. But taking 3 more breaths wherever you are. Inhale and exhale for 2 and out. Last time in and out. Planting the palms, sending those hips high to the sky, heel toe the feet in towards each other. On a breath in, halfway lift. As you exhale, take it through one last vinyasa or hellraiser or skip it, whatever you need. Meet me back in downward facing dog. Okay, class is quickly coming to an end, so we're gonna get a hip opener in. We'll take it to a pigeon pose. If you want to do pigeon or figure 4 on your back, please make your way there right now. You'll inhale that right leg high to the sky. And then you'll exhale, bring that right heel towards that left wrist. Take a moment as you're sitting down to look behind you. Make sure that left leg is straight behind that left hip. As you send that left shoulder forward, square it off. Big breath in and lift through the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, start to slowly walk those hands forward so you can come onto those forearms. At first, you're flexing your right foot towards your face to protect that right knee. You can continue to walk those forearms out. Just trying to relax here in this hip opener pose. Noticing if the breath is shallow, and then can you really slow it down, make that breath intentional. And with every exhale out, can you release a little bit of that tension in those hips? Two more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. All right, slowly starting to walk those hands back. And then I just want you to slowly bend that back knee. So we're coming into like an S. So our front leg is bent, our back leg is bent. We're going to take that left hand and we're going to slowly start to walk both hands over to the right of our mat. Maybe taking that left palm, pressing into that right knee so you can really spiral open, feel the twist. And then maybe you want to walk it the other way, though I don't think it really feels that good. When you're ready, unwrapping, planting the palms. Actually, we're just going to sweep that left leg up and around. So we're coming into a seated twist here. So we'll do the other side, the other twist like this. As you root down through that left palm, bring the right elbow to that left knee. Find a seated twist here. And then famous last words, but I do think that this will be your last vinyasa. When you're ready, unwind, bring the knees into the chest, start to rock and roll up and down the spine, eventually flipping over, taking it to your plank pose, and then last hellraiser or downward facing dog. So take a moment here in your downward facing dog, maybe bending one knee or the other, whatever it is that you need. Left leg high to the sky, and you'll bring the left ankle towards that right wrist. So take a moment, look behind you, square off that right heel behind that right glute. On a breath in, find that length before you exhale and you find that depth. So walking the forearms down to the mat, flexing the left foot, maybe taking it deeper. Whatever makes the most sense to your body this morning. Not both sides are the same. The body varies from day to day, minute to minute. So doing what you can and being okay with connecting to yourself, your limitations here on your mat. Three more breaths in and out for 2. Last time in. And then slowly start to walk the hands back. As you start to bend that right knee, we're going to start to walk our hands over to the left side of the mat, taking the right hand on that left knee as you twist open to the left side. 2 breaths here. And then when you're ready, unwrap or wrap that right leg on top of the left. Come to a seated position. Bring the right hand behind the sacrum. The left elbow meets and connects with that right knee as you twist, supine twist. Last one here. All right, unleash, unwind, and because I can't help myself, boat pose, it's just calling to us right now, you guys. Flex the feet, shins parallel, lift up through the breastbone, open up the palms, extend the arms forward. On an inhale, hover. On an exhale, crunch. 3 more, inhale, hover. Exhale, crunch. For 2, and crunch. Last time, hold. Beat those legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. All right. Bringing the knees into the chest, finding a happy baby. Grabbing the opposite arms, or I'm sorry, grabbing the feet with your hands, pulling the knees down to the outer edges of your torso. Maybe you straighten into one or both legs. Wherever you are, really making sure the entire length of that spine is on the mat, so the tailbone is pressing down. You're extending through the crown of the head, feeling every inch of that neck pressing into the floor. And then option to bring the soles of the feet together, open up the knees, or maybe you come right back to that pose where we started the beginning of class. Soles of the feet to the outer edges of the mat, knees fall in, one hand to the chest, one hand to the belly. If you need anything else here, now would be that time. But unfortunately, it's also time for me to go. So if you're back in that pose where we began class, I just want you to take a moment to connect, to remember that intention. I want you to feel the change, the shift in the body, the release of tension, the increase of flexibility and agility and mobility. And I want you to realize how far you've come in just 60 short minutes. And you can really feel that in the breath, in the mind, and in the body. I do promise that next time my siblings will be with me, I'll be back home in Louisiana. I'm headed there tomorrow. But in the meantime, thank you guys so much for joining me. We are NOLA Tribe Yoga. You can donate on PayPal and on Venmo at nolatribeyoga.com. Be well, be blessed. Thanks, y'all.